I put together a little list of my top 10 tips for everybody. And maybe it's a little reminder for those of you a little bit further down the line. And for those of newbies, hopefully yeah, just some little tips and tricks that I hope that you'll find of interest. I went down the path of making them about Tribe Sober. So they go literally 𝐷𝐸𝐸SOBER. It took me bloody ages, but it's a pleasure to share with you. And yeah, so without further ado, T is for tracker. Print one of them or 40,000 of the damn things. But yeah, please, whether it's an hourly tracker, if you can't get through a day, print the hourly tracker. Print Lucy's sparkling new Breaking Free tracker. That was awesome. I love it. But please print yourself a tracker and colour it with joy every day. If you have a slip, sobriety losing its priority. Yeah, colour it with a black pen and then throw the black pen away. Get back to that coloured pen as fast as you possibly can. Oh. Remember your whys. I stuck them above the kettle because that's where I frequent most often in the day. Other than that, they'd have had to have been in the toilet and it didn't seem appropriate. Yeah, stick them above the kettle so that literally as you're waiting for it to boil, you're just rereading them all the time. Just give yourself that reiteration of why you want to stop. Okay. I invest in alcohol-free or treats to replace your alcohol. Okay, for me, I became 2 𝐾𝐿 Coleman because every night I would, after my tea, I would literally go to the freezer, and I was kidding myself to think that I would take 1 𝐾𝐿 out of that freezer. I always took 2. I got something called American cream soda. The Brits will know what that is, but it's sickly sweet and literally takes that twang out of moderation Mary, and in my case, the booze bitch having a little word in my shell like. B, please do a boot camp or please join a Breaking Free program. Please join a program. So Breaking Free, boot camp, whatever it looks like, please join if you possibly can. Those people will become your tribe within a tribe. I was so fortunate. I had my Breaking Free butterflies. They have gone on to be sisters from another mister, a brother from another mother. A year ago of now, Eric had thrown himself down a manhole because he was so pissed, broken his leg and took 2 weeks to actually join us on the boot camp. Literally about half a dozen of us were still pissed from the night before. So it's doable, folks. But if you possibly can, get yourself that little tribe within the tribe. If you don't join one of those programs, it's not a problem, but please join in as much as you can with the WhatsApps and keep yourselves connected. The end of tribe. Eradicate the booze from your house. If there is any way, shape or form that you can take the booze out of your house, it will be a massive bonus to you. Now, many people live with partners who also drink. I get that. It might not be possible, but ask them to support you for a little bit. I mean, they might do a fortnight and then cave in, but your sobriety has to mean the most of anything in the world to you. So if you can get rid of that booze from the house, please do. So on to sober. S. Stay at home if needs be. In the early days of sobriety, you may feel overwhelmed by being surrounded by people that are drinking. So please, maybe stay at home and maybe just go on trips that won't involve drinking. So get yourself out of the house and go to the pictures, go to the cinema, or go and have a chippy tea, as we call it here, fish and chips in Great Britain. If you're thinking about going somewhere, is it I should go or is it I want to go? If it's a should in early sobriety, please bin it off. Okay? It's for somebody else and it won't benefit you in the long run. If you want to go, write yourself a list of all the reasons that you want to go. There'll be loads. There might be singing, there might be dancing, it might be seeing people you've not seen for ages. It might be that you need to get out of the house. It might be that you want to get glammed up. Getting shit-faced will not be on that list, I promise you that now. Reread that list literally every 10 minutes on the run-up to you going out of the door. And then if you're driving, even read it when you get where you're going. So want to go, don't should. Open and honest. Please be open and honest if you possibly can. Be open and honest with your fellow tribe members here. Be open and honest with your family about what you want to achieve. Be open and honest with your friends. Ultimately, you'll find out who your friends are in the long run. People that care about you want the best for you, and they will endeavour to support you. Be open and honest with your tribe members as well. There is nothing that you can bring to the table that people will not have heard before, and chances are probably done a bit worse. So please, be open and honest. B, break the habit. We all know we get this bloody booze bitch in your ear about 3:30 for me. By 5 o'clock, she's chewed your ear off. Break the habit. Go for a walk. Talk. Pick up the phone. Ring somebody you've not spoken to for a long time. Go to bed early if you really have to. I can't even think about how many 7 p.m. bed nights that I've had with a book, normally the quick lit. And I'm going to say it. Who knew that was a thing? I'll get a little hobby. Lucy's the queen of hobbies. Good grief. But get a little hobby. So at tea time, if you normally would start getting chewed by the booze bitch, take yourself off for a bit of basket weaving or a bit of aerobics or a bit of this or a bit of that. Whatever you fancy doing, but want to do it. It's not a should. Please want to do it. E, excuses. When people ask you why you're not drinking, my response was, it was making me ill. Oh, you're not drinking? No, it was making me ill. People that care about you will not want to see you being ill. Okay? And if they go, well, can't you have just the one? The answer's no. As Sue will tell you, no is a complete sentence. Finally, R. Reward yourselves, people. Reward yourself for a day sober, an hour. Reward yourselves regularly and do it flamboyantly. Why not? You save a bloody fortune not drinking. I spent about 300 quid a month on booze, and then there was all the shit food as well because I wouldn't cook. I'd just eat bags of giant Wotsits till the chaos came home. So what I did is I took 300 quid out of the bank when I committed to Tribe Sober, and I put it in a clear jar on the worktop. It was all in tenors, all in £10 notes. And every day I took a £10 note out of that jar just before bedtime. I waved it in front of my hand like this, gave it a little kiss, and put it in the empty jar. At the end of that first month, I had £280 in that clear jar with the wincy slip that I had at the very beginning. Lesson learned from that. So I rewarded myself by booking a flight, and I took myself off to Copenhagen to see my fellow Breaking Free 3-person, gorgeous peer. Why on earth would I want to carry on drinking when I could reward myself with such fabulous things? It doesn't matter if that reward is literally at the end of the day, you take that tenner and you go and buy a kebab. Nobody cares. You save it for a week and it looks like maybe 60 quid and you go and buy yourself a nice new dress or something. Who cares? Take the kids somewhere that you've really wanted to take them for a little while, but oh God, it's like 150 quid. Who cares? You've saved the money. Go and be joyous. Find things that give you joy and spend your money on those things. And there you have it, fab folks, my sober sensations. That's Helen's top 10 tips.